Not many people know that there are some countries in the world that develop women's special forces. This is because women's emancipation around the world is getting stronger. Many countries are opening opportunities for women to be actively involved in the military. Here are 10 countries with the most feared women's troop in the world. Jegertroppen, Norway. In 2016, Norway is the first NATO member to introduce conscription for women. Previously, in 2014, Norway has introduced a Special Forces unit which all its members are women. The first Special Forces unit in the world began after the Special Forces Command of the Norwegian Armed Forces saw an increase in the need for women soldiers for special operations, especially like a special operation in Afghanistan that prohibits communication between male and female soldiers. In order to be a member of Jegertroppen, applicants must be able to run approximately 6 kilometers with the military equipment weighing 27 kilograms. Terms must be met within 52 minutes. Oketz, Israel. The Oketz army began work and was active in 1974 and had the task of attacking the terrorists who had taken hostages. Every member of Oketz usually has a specially trained hunter dog. The dog will obey all orders from the female soldier, and this dog will be fought and can attack the enemy with nimble. In addition to good at training dogs, these women's troops also have a high ability in shooting with long barrel rifles and fighting with bare hands. Russian female Spetsnaz, Russia. Behind the beautiful and sexy appearance of these Russian women soldiers, they are also famous for their ferocity in battle. Since World War I and World War II, their capabilities, tactics and military strategies have been tested. They are the greatest military force in history. Until recently, women's special forces from Russia, still recognized as the most dangerous special forces in the world. An example is Lyudmila Mikhailovna Pavlichenko. He is Russia's special forces that became one of the best snipers in the world. The number of missions he successfully completed in the battle was 309 men. White Tigers Batalyon 707, South Korea. Speaking of female soldiers, Battalion 707 has proven to be more virulent than North Korea. Based on that, they are nicknamed with White Tigers forces. Battalion 707 is the best combat forces from South Korea. This battalion selects strictly to every prospective member. Fighting on an ice lake, walking on sharp stones with bound hands, is a mandatory exercise for this battalion. The history of the formation of this battalion, starting from the events of Munchen where the Palestinian terrorist army slaughtered 11 athletes from Israel and a policeman at the Munchen Olympics. Army of Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. During the Second World War, the Czechoslovak state allowed women to register into the army but was only given duties as medical personnel, arms crew for fighter planes, supplies, and office staff. After the Second World War ended, the role of the female army was wider. They begin to be assigned in the front row to fight with the enemy. These troops are much seconded to the British Army and as a standby force one in the Middle East. First Commando Regiment, Australia. During the period of the 80s, Australia had allowed women to join military units but could not enter the infantry and tank battalions. By 2013, the Australian government has allowed women free entry into any of military unity. Until now recorded already more than 87 female soldiers who escaped into the anti-terror special forces that is 1st Commando Regiment. At the time of the Taliban conflict, Australian women's military was placed in the front row to fight with militants. Commando Spezialkrafte, Germany. Commando Spezialkrafte is an elite military unit formed from several special units taken from parts of German Bundeswehr units and set under the Spezial Operation Division. This unit has received many decorations and awards from NATO, USA, and its affiliates. Initially, The women were not allowed to join in this unit of troops. Since 2001, women have been allowed to enter this special force gradually. The women in this army functioned as a supporter of combat troops, and served as long-range fighters such as snipers. Canadian Special Operations Regiment, Canada. Since 1989, Canada has lifted restrictions on women who want to enter the military, except for the Navy. After many years, finally many women who entered in this special forces. Their role in the battle is quite large, either from the attacker side or the backside assistance. In 2000, the prohibition of women entering the military was officially abolished. This means women are given a wide opportunity to enter in military forces. Moreover, after 3 years the ban was lifted. There was one woman who occupied the position of captain in Special Forces Navy. U.S. Army Ranger, United States. Known, 15% of the total U.S. Army troops are women. And one of the most admired special forces is the U.S. Army Ranger. Ranger troops are known as the most lethal troops of American Special Forces. In 2013, President Barack Obama asked the Pentagon to open as wide as possible for women who want to enter into military forces. Today the Ranger forces are one of America's most flexible and resilient units. Special Air Service, English. This is the best British elite troop that has a legendary reputation worldwide. This special force is deadliest and most feared. To be able to join in this unity, must be able to go through a very hard training process. They are also directly educated by MI5 and NIST security and intelligence services to perform covert operations. There is no limit to women who want to join this special force. All have equal rights and treatment between male and female soldiers.